See that scar? Glass struck me when I threw my boss out of the window. He lost his life and I lost my job. I didn't have to find a new job. In fact, it found me. My name is Anas Hashmi, and this is the story of my existence. Walked out the firm with no regrets. Little did I know that I was about to meet someone who would change my life. I was so caught up in my first murder that I didn't even bother to look at the car behind me. That was the moment I met Malik Gibran. He pointed the gun at me and I saw my life end before my very eyes. To my surprise, he didn't kill me. He took me to one of the fanciest restaurants in the city. And gave me an offer I could not refuse. Indeed, it was. However, the work was questionable. I've become a hitman. I remember my first assignment as clear as broad daylight. My target, Mr. Adil, a low-life scum who refuses to pay back 50 grand he borrowed from Gibran. Adil tried to run, but he can't outrun me. Just like that, Mr. Adil was dead. My next target, Numan Ali Rana, and I knew exactly where to find him. demolish my bridges behind me because I believe that there is no choice but to move forward. I wish to have no connection to a ship which does not sail fast, because I aim to go into harm's way. This is either madness or brilliance. Amazing how often these two traits coincide. It doesn't matter who you are nor how many you are. If you're on my list, you'll all end up in smoke. I've killed 42 men and 8 women so far, summing up to 50 lives. I say that calls for a celebration. Who says crime doesn't pay? I know my job isn't anywhere near noble, but as I looked at the headline, I realized that the people who do are no different than me. At least I do my job with sincerity. Those who don't can burn like the ashes. Even after more than 70 targets killed, my appetite for destruction remained hungry as ever. Every time I shot a bullet through a skull, I felt more alive. So many targets, so little time. To me, it doesn't matter if it's day or night. I'm always on duty. Always except when I play my favorite game, of course. I've always found the full moon beautiful. Why? Because it reminds me of my deceased wife, my great love. Worked as a business partner with someone she shouldn't have, and ended up being drowned in a river due to quarrel over money. What did I do? Walking through the fields felt like walking through a graveyard of everyone I killed. Felt sadistically satisfied when they begged me to spare their life as I whispered, no. For my 99th kill, I was given an assignment to murder the secretary to the finance minister. I have killed many executives throughout my career, but this one was different. She was beautiful, but duty calls. For the first time in my life, I felt guilt in its purest form. I wasn't killing lives, I was killing families. The men I killed were fathers, sons and brothers. The women I killed were mothers, daughters and sisters. Is this what I've been living for? And what for? Money? Alcohol? Once I realized the depth where no hope was. and darkness lay on the face of all things. I felt hollow and dead, just like everyone I shot in cold blood. I wanted to escape the prison I had created. I wanted to run as fast as I can. I always believed if I was thrown to the wolves, I would return leading the pack. But right now, I wish they'd rather eat me instead. I'm not a human. I am a disgrace to humanity instead. I am an insult to boxers, and everyone who hopes for Kishware Haseen. I thought I loved my job. But I never felt more disgusted when I realized the cruelty I was unleashing upon my victims. I felt anger. I felt rage. I wanted a cure for my pain. I wonder if God will forgive a sinner like me. I wonder if my one drop of tear could compensate for the gallons of blood I spilled. I imagine myself standing in the long line of people going to hell. Who knows, I could be the very first person going to hell if I pulled the trigger, as every ounce of compassion left in my heart begged me to lower the gun. I'd rather be the first one in hell instead of waiting in line.